Alright, so today I'm going to be making a redstone video. I'll start off with the basics of what redstone is for those of you who don't know yet. So, redstone is basically the Minecraft equivalent of electricity. See, so this redstone torch emits redstone, and then so redstone dust hold power that can reach up to 15 blocks. I'm guessing this is into that 15 blocks since it stops about here. And of course that can power other things that'll be very useful if you want to make something like a complex space defense system or something like that. Now, one of the things that people struggle with the most, I'd say, and probably most people would say actually, is the redstone comparator. So, that's going to be the first thing I explain. So, yeah, I probably should have made this a super flat world. I'll try and find a better place for building this. It won't really be that complex, I'm just trying to show you stuff. So, first of all, we've got, oh, right, no. I think that's a bit too loud. Yep, good enough. Alright, so first of all is when, so as you can see, you can change whether or not the light is on or off, which is of course actually important. So quite a few objects here. I actually don't think the decorated pot works for this. First soil, furnace might as well. So, here's what the comparator does. So, basically, it can do a few things. One of the simplest things, and actually probably most useful things, is the fact that it can sense how much blocks or items are in something. So, I'll just grab a stack. Alright, yeah. So, So, this will show you how much stacks there are in this chest. So I put one stack of items, then that's worth 1 point on the redstone scale of awesomeness, which I'm guessing means that it's, wait. I'm not exactly sure about this one. Although yeah, I'm pretty sure it just senses how much stacks there are. So the further you make this, the farther you'll have, the more items you'll have to put in. So, let me think what I could do with this. So, there's another little component. It's not exactly a redstone, but it does actually do something in combination with redstone. It's the hopper. So this will put items that go through it, including if it's in a chest on top of it, it'll automatically take things from that chest. So, can't compost that though, so it's just putting it in the hopper. So, you know, spruce planks are probably actually not the best example I could use for this. So I'm instead going to use what's compostable? Compostable. I'm pretty sure any nature blocks are. So I am going to go with poppies, just a bunch of poppies. So, composter, hopper, chest. Right now I'm sort of just trying to show you how hoppers work in case you don't know right now. So this will be auto bone mealinator. I'm not sure. Maybe, just maybe, a hopper can also take from a composter, because I'm pretty sure if a hopper can add to something, it can also take from it. I've done it. I've created an automatic bone meal generator. Just put whatever you want to compost into the chest, and then boom, bone meal. This works so well. So that is the automatic bone meal generator. Oh, I also forgot to mention one thing. So I'll do this again, except here's a fun little redstone fact that I'm willing to bet most of you didn't know. But, you know, impressed if you do. Is if it's powered, yes, you can power a hopper. Or maybe this is only a bedrock thing, I'm not sure. Guess we'll have to test that. I'm pretty sure if it's powered, then putting an item in it won't actually take items. See? 6 bone meal, but it's not going into the hopper because the hopper's powered. So that is a useful feature, so clearing a bunch of stuff out of my inventory, well, main inventory at least. So I can grab more stuff. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, by the way, cactus flowers are in the game now. That'll probably actually be common knowledge by the time this video is like, I don't know. It's probably already common knowledge, I don't really know. So if I put all these in, they're still not getting composted because this is active. So that means that you can then, boom. Now, the thing is, this is probably not the most efficient Can you tell why? Can you tell why the example is not really that efficient? If you guessed it's because the chest has to be in the ground in order for it to work, you are correct. So, if you use more blocks, still need that. I don't need this. I'm sorry that I'm sort of getting sidetracked off the comparator. It's just, I mean, it's still redstone. So, I mean, I know this is not an automatic bone meal generator tutorial, but useful knowledge is useful knowledge, I guess. So, boom. Then we put this chest. Just boom. And there we go. Now whatever goes into this composter goes into this chest. Then we can have this chest. So this is the input, this is the output. Yep, you get that? Yeah, this works. Then we have this piece of redstone that will make it so it won't put compost anything until you shut that down. So, boom. And now what's happening is that every time this is full, honestly, I actually did not know the hoppers could. I'm pretty sure it's because in Bedrock Edition, immediately once it's full, it'll. No, probably not. I don't know. I heard it's only discovered that once it's full, you actually have to manually take it out. So this and then another redstone block is the redstone repeater. So this, alright, so if you pull this back, the more you pull it back, the longer it'll take for it to go from this point to the next point. But if it's like this, it'll just work quite fine. Whoops, caps lock. Alright, so. Oh, there it is, iron door. So I'm pretty sure this would make is you need 5 stacks of items. Why isn't it 1, 2, 3, 4? That's why it's not working. Alright, so I guess that this also counts, I guess the comparator itself counts, so you'll need 1 extra. Boom! And this is open permanently until you take away an item from it. Seems that 63 is enough though. Now, what if you wanted, so it was a timed opening of the door? Well, that's why we have hoppers. What we can do is have it so that once you put the items in the chest, so I'm just gonna then so no, I'm trapped under the ice. No. There we go. Now, bring this up with planks. So, what this will do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it turns out you need 6 stacks or something in order for it to actually work. Well, alright, so basically how this works is in order to make it go 5 redstone things, you'll need 6 stacks because this apparently counts. This counts. The comparator actually counts. So you actually have to be a bit fast with this one. So yeah, it's too late. Which is why we need a backup stack of doors. And then what this will do, this will be open for a bit. Boom. And then it closes. Also, added bonus, you get whatever they put in there. Which, I guess if it's doors, it's not really that great. Doors. That's just my example. So who didn't know how redstone worked, or knew it, I think it might actually be possible to have it sense what is in there, and have it have to be a specific block. But anyway, you could make it so that they thought you had to put something like diamonds in, and they'd put diamonds in, but really anything works. I don't know, if you're making an adventure map or something, you can just hope that the people playing it will actually obey how it's supposed to work. Or you can learn more about redstone than how much I know, and figure out how to make it sense what block is there. I feel like that might have something to do with the comparator. I'm not sure though. I don't know. I'm not Momo Jumbo. So, as I've mentioned, that is not the only use of the comparator though. Because at the start of the video, I turned this on, didn't I? What does the light do? I'm gonna grab signs for this just to make it easier. So, what we're gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Same over here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, now we're gonna make a sort of I think it would be cool if I did Boom. Alright, now, this would be a signal strength. I'll actually try and make it so both sides can see it, because this will actually apply to both of them and can be seen by both of them. So this is 15, 14, 13. So what I'm basically doing is inputting how much signal strength there will be from each one. No, my signs. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Now, of course, you don't actually have to put the signs here, but it makes it a lot easier. I still don't understand why it's called a comparator, because I don't see this doing any comparing. Because it's unlike it compares the two numbers. I'll show you what it actually does once I'm done with all these signs. You know, I probably could have placed all this stuff off camera, but then if I placed all my redstone contraptions off camera, it'd be a bit hard to actually find out how I made it work, even if I tried to explain it. I know, because I watch redstone tutorial videos. They're usually not that easy to understand. Oh, also, fun fact with signs, you may already know this, but you don't want anyone to be able to change the signs. Here, I'm pretty sure you need an axe in order to get rid of the wax. A honeycomb, I mean. Boom. So now, you cannot modify this. Also, fun fact, I'm pretty sure if you place a sign on a wall, it turns out that it's not actually touching the wall. Sure, that's gonna annoy you. Now, 1. Alright, so Houston, we have a problem. Also, I'm pretty sure you can just make a redstone thing a dot if you wanted it to. I have no idea why you would. I guess it's just for decoration. Oh, that's an issue. If you put in a signal 1. Alright, so I guess the 15 doesn't work on this side, which is fine, because you can't actually add 15 and 15, because the maximum signal strength is 15. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, this is a really complex calculator. Like, stupidly complex. How am I gonna make it possible to know which one's activated? I'm gonna have to test something. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure the redstone lamps will always connect, so that's sort of an issue. So if the one at the back is active, the one in front of it's active. I think if that one there would be active, this one would be active. Yeah, if this one's active, this one will be active, but this one won't. So let's say, just testing. Yep, that'll give a signal strength of 1. Then if I add, say, 13 to that, we've now saved the world, I guess. That's a signal strength of 14. So it's... Now, you can choose what you want in order to figure out which ones are active, but great idea. I'm pretty sure pistons should work quite well. So what you'll do is this. And now I realize that I'm going to also need so what this is gonna do is these are all gonna have well, that doesn't work. No, you can choose whatever you're gonna use for your sensing of how much. Oh, bells. I think bells will work. No, a bell can't be activated by redstone, that's fine. Wait, then why is it a redstone block? Odd. Oh, I'm pretty sure if you actually power a drip leaf, it'll actually not fall down, which is quite useful. I don't know why honey and slime are redstone blocks. I'm pretty sure it's because they're quite often used for redstone, so Mojang just decided to put it there. Either you choose how you figure out. I think redstone torches might work, but I'm not sure. Either way, what it basically will do is input signal strength of 2 here. I'm going to put a light all the way at the end to show if it's reached 15. So 2, 13. What do you mean? It's almost like it's not even working now. This will just 3. Either way, it's basically a calculator. And I'm pretty sure. Oh. Disappointing. I'll just do that. Boom. Oh, I figured it out. The thing is that anything that emits light melts ice. Another useful tip. Your redstone contraptions may not work if they have lights and ice in the same area. Which is why I'm just gonna... Well, that's interesting. He's only just started this world. Does that mean that these can work even across worlds? Interesting. So I'm pretty sure with this, what it's doing is now it's subtracting. So subtract 14, but I actually don't know which one's which, but 14 by 15, that should mean that we have 1. Yep. So that's the basics of comparators. Now, what's next? I've already explained how these work yet. Like... There we go. No inventory. I want to test something. I just started this world, but generally don't. So, oh yeah, redstone. Daylight detector. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's one of the ones which seems simple, but what some people may not know is if you tap on it, that is not deactivating. It's now a night sensor, which means you can create a night light if you want. Look. Glitchy. Alright, so. Oh, yes, pressure plates. Alright, so there is a surprisingly big difference between normal pressure plates and light and heavy ones. So, that's how pressure plates work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so normal pressure plate. In fact, I'm gonna redstone lamp. Normal pressure plate activates immediately. Light weighted does not. Heavy weighted does not. So here's how lightweighted and heavyweighted work. Alright, so the way these work is lightweighted will sense. Oh, there's one thing on it, so I'll put in a signal strength of 1. You know, maybe ice wasn't the best to test this on. That. No, I'll fix that. Oh, by the way, this is how you get earth, fire, water, and wind. You can get those with commands. They're paintings. Test block. Test one. Sorry, don't know what these are actually. This actually one of the few times where I've found blocks and I don't know what they do with commands. Also, debug stick. What have I done? This should not be possible. West to up. South to up. No. And how I've created super trippy redstone that should not exist. No. Delete this. Problem solved. Oh, structure lock. No. What? Is that not? So it was. So the structure block and structure void. I'm pretty sure this was actually a lot simpler in Bedrock Edition, so I'm absolutely getting rid of this. But you can save and load structures, which is really cool. So anyway, light-weighted, 1 redstone thing per each entity, while heavy-weighted requires 10 in order for each redstone thing. So those pressure plates also emit redstone, so the normal pressure plates will just emit a signal strength of 15. Here's fun things that you can do with pressure plates. So if you want to be actually useful stuff for pressure plates, you could use them for doors, because they will activate doors and stuff. But why would you do that when you can use TNT? Wait, this is underwater, that won't work. Why? All the biomes. Let's find with any biome. But icy? No thank you. Oh, I know what the next thing could be. Observer! It observes. It's an observer. It observes. So, it'll observe for differences in blocks. So, see this? This will emit a signal straight down there. If anything changes, up there. Yep, so if anything changes with this block, say you use an axe to why is caps lock still on? Netherite axe, because I can. It'll sense that. It'll sense any change in the block. So, what you can do is an amazing prank. It's just, they will never see it coming. Or you could use TNT minecarts, because you can actually stack those. Whoops. So as you can see, that's a pretty good trap. Now, that also shows you what TNT does. So now it's time for TNT minecarts. So, these are talked about a lot. So, sorry, I'm not sure how this works. Just because I've made a video on it does not mean I actually know what I'm doing that much. So, you know what? Tell me in the comments if I missed anything. I'm honestly not sure. Alright, so I forgot I'm pretty sure activator is just like a normal rail, except if it's powered. Don't worry, he's fine. Alright, so if I'm correct, that means that, say, an observers will change here. Speaking of which, if there's no logs somewhere, it'll actually change. It'll actually send a redstone signal through the leaves. I mean, it won't send a redstone signal, but observers certainly would notice that it's no longer at all connected to wood. I'm pretty sure. So, I'm pretty sure that if we... I'm just building up with redstone lamps because that's the current material that I have to work with. I think we'll actually need slabs in order for this. I don't know. I don't know though. So, what you can basically do... Yeah, I'm going to use a slab, even if I don't need to. So, boom. Now, since it's a slab, the minecart can't go through it. As you can see, the shadow is getting darker. Because there's actually tons of TNT there. So what happens is... Whoops! You hear that? Yep. So here's a pretty good prank you can do. Warning, this prank could be a friendship ender. Is observer and then again I'm going to use a slab for this just because it's the easiest way and I don't know, maybe the only way. I'm sorry about the wait, it'll just take a while. I'm just trying to make it as destructive as possible. I think that's good now. Alright, now we cover up all the evidence. And then what happens when you do this? Yep. I'm pretty sure because it can actually stack infinitely, it's possible to make it kill someone even with fully enchanted netherite armor. So, yep, this is a great thing to put if you have, say, if you're on, say, a server, you can put this at the closest tree to spawn. And then if someone joins, you just blow up the entire, they'll just blow up the entire spawn. That's a funny prank. Oh, another thing that's amazing with TNT. Yes, I absolutely love TNT. Love pranks with TNT. So, that's what we're going to be doing, I guess. I'm going to try and put examples for each of these in TNT. So I'm pretty sure it's, there's a limit to how far you can put these, but... Boom! Tripwire. I think you already know where this is going. This is 2 times the destruction. You can also use this for really anything else. You can have power lights, whatever. But you can also use it to destroy the whole world. Not actually, but you can definitely use it to destroy, say, a chest full of loot if you want to. So if anyone tries to take your loot, it just explodes. So you actually have to be lower. See, like that. In order to actually do this, so you can. So first I have to test something using debug stick. No, okay. So if I'm correct, this tag is still in the game. Oh, you can just change it to not be attached anymore. See, now it's disarmed. But that doesn't mean if you hit anything else it's safe. So, I'm pretty sure what happened is that you used to be able to disarm them with shears. I'm pretty sure they stopped that. It's because that was, you know, a duplicator issue. But disarmed, 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 disarmed. Disarmed. Now, that should mean that is the sound of a disarmed tripwire. Although this is no longer available without using debug stick, it is still quite a cool feature. So now I'm going to cause a nuclear explosion using the power of this. So I'll try and record videos on Bedrock as well, but of course I don't have the same recording software I do here on my... Wait. Alright, yeah, Bedrock Edition is on PC too. Yep, well, I'll just record Bedrock as well. That was my original Minecraft gameplay on Bedrock. Didn't have a YouTube channel then, though. Now, I could go into survival to show you the damage of this, but, you know, I'm just gonna have something else be the victim of my amazing trap. Well, speakers, you know what's cool about having two slabs on top of each other like this? Is that actually a block that will not align with another block. So this looks normal when you can tell it's a slab, but this looks like an oak block, yep. Wait, is it? So we're gonna have this and then done. How did I? Yeah, so you do this and then this. So now, that's weird. And it can be used to create stuff like this. Everyone will be confused at how you managed to do that. But this isn't my build hack video. This is my redstone video. So we'll do more cool stuff like that later. For now, time to set the amazing nuke. Alright, now. Stupidly powerful bomb. Now, I'm not gonna go into survival to test this. So you know what I'm gonna do? Snowball. Warden. I'm going to guess that this cannot kill the warden. Because while I know this is strong... Oh my god. What the heck? Hey. So stuck. Do you hear the snowballs? Yes? No? Also, fun fact, mobs think that trapdoors and slabs are full blocks. Basically, you can use that to make them go into an open trapdoor with them thinking it's a closed trapdoor. Dude. You know, I'm just gonna spawn a wood right here. Just and I'm gonna run away now. Did he? Well, you know that my trap works when it does, when a warden just disappears. That was my first warden I spawned. But the warden that actually went there just got annihilated. So I'm pretty sure someone in netherite armor is not the same strength as a warden. Not even close. So it's reaching the end of the video, so I'm just gonna try and speedrun everything else. Alright, so a dropper. It basically will just drop an item that's in it once powered. Dispenser. So I'm gonna actually show you what this one does. So basically stuff like, I don't know, what it does is stuff like arrows, fireballs, and anything else like a snowball. Also, it doesn't matter where you place them, the order will always be random. Yeah, it can do some pretty cool things, so. See, let's try some snowball. And now place the TNT minecart, so. Oh, I'm also going to show you a cool redstone contraption. First of all, I have to fill this with fire charges. This is gonna be fun. I like fire charges. Now, you need redstone. Yep. And redstone repeaters. So you can use this for all sorts of cool stuff. So there's a reason why I'm picking all this back up. It's because this is not the best place to put my machine. Death and destruction. Don't worry, everything will actually be fine. Although it is quite destructive, it can be used for, like, say, Minecraft house or something. You can destroy it. Alright, so are we in front of proper forest, or is this just... I blew this one up. Fine. You know what, fine, I'll just place this here. Also, the direction that a block faces is based on where you are. While I'm doing this, I'll also tell you how pistons and sticky pistons work. A piston will push something, although they both have push limits, and a sticky piston can also pull it back. So, how this is going to work is now, of course, you already know that these can be changed, that you can change how long. You already know that you can change how long it takes for it to register, for it to go through. So you can change how long a redstone clock takes to actually activate something. Why isn't it? Boom, problem solved. So, redstone torch. You don't have to use a redstone torch, a redstone block works just fine. But if you're in survival, this works faster. Wait, now you. Behold, a redstone clock will constantly be activated. So, this causes fiery destruction. Say goodbye, forest. Don't worry, I'm sure all the wildlife in this place will be fine. I mean, look how big this forest is. I'm sure I'll be fine. You could also use this for something like a turret. Like, you could have it to constantly shoot arrows, including tipped arrows. Those work too. Part of the redstone stuff is, have I not mentioned yet? Crafter. You can. You know what? I'm just gonna make a part 2 to this video, alright? And try not to make repeats about stuff that I've already told you about. But this is quite useful, and I'm sure even with just this video you can use redstone to make some pretty destructive pranks. Look, I've already burned down a few trees. So remember, make sure that your base is not made out of wood, or else people can use these pranks on you. I mean, they can still use the one, they can't use it. Fire thing of fire charges. No, need a test subject. We need a test subject to go. Oh. I wonder if this is going to be the thumbnail for the video. And that's it for the video. I'll try and make a part 2 explaining the rest of the redstone stuff I did not explain. Also, I'm pretty sure you can use shields to deflect fireballs as well as other that stuff. I'm not sure though. Why can't I? Oh. Oh no, I can't be out of fire charges already. Arrow. So I'm gonna shut this contraption down. Just temporarily. So I can do something else that'll be quite cool. So, you know how I mentioned that dispensers, what they dispense is always random? So, basically, that means that you can't, but while it is a bit annoying, it can also be used for some quite no effects. Alright, so we'll have spectral arrows so you can see who it's starting to attack. We'll have arrow of weakness, so to of course apply weakness. That's useful. What am I talking about? This is what true useful is. Sure. And also this. So I have the stronger one, and then the weaker one that lasts longer. Six, 7. 8, 9. So this is true destructive dispensers. This will shoot random negative effect arrows, random debuff arrows. So I'm actually probably going to go into survival for this one, so I can actually show you the destruction this can cause. Yeah, the deflector is not deflected, so as you can see, immediately once you enter into that string of arrows. Ah, I'm still getting poisoned. Although, as you can see, I can still block stuff with my shield. So I just got a bunch of arrows that I blocked. They also not fire straight. Ow. Ow. Nope. Oh. When you lose where my contraption is, just go towards the fire. So, turns out that my shield wasn't actually the thing giving me the arrows, it was the pile of arrows. The last contraption that isn't exactly redstone, but it's still a useful contraption that I'm going to show you is, cool contraption that allows you to get infinite snow. It does require you to have some snow beforehand, though. Oh, wow. The fire spread so far that I can't even tell which area of the fire is the actual dispenser. So this seems to be the relative line that forms. Ow! Guns. Well, as you can see, my contraptions have caused, just a bit of destruction. Just a bit. So, now for the infinite snow generator. Here's what you'll need. Here's what you'll need, and really any other block you like. So I'm just gonna go with dirt. Actually, you'll actually need slabs. Actually. So what this is gonna do is the snow golem will not be able to leave. Little snow golem will be trapped here, but then also, I'm sure it's not alive. I mean, you make it with snow and a pumpkin, like, and then grab your, like, oh no, and slash, wait, no. First of all, I need an anvil. And then, no, because I do not have infinite XP. Also, you can only put a limited amount of enchants on something, but if you merge them, you can actually bypass that limit, which is quite useful. So, now, what you do, since snow golem's eyes will have snow beneath them, you can just infinite snow. All the snowballs, which don't really do damage except against blazes, which this is only available through creative. Blaze. I know, sorry getting off topic of redstone, but this is quite a cool thing you can make. I'm just gonna use blocks for this because that makes sense. You know what? Straight up gold. It's just making this one out of gold. Why? Because I can. So, this is a destructive trap for anyone who's in survival while you're in creative. I don't know. If you're admin and you want to protect your loot or something. Well, you know you have the right amount when they start talking. Slash game mode survival. You see that? Immediately once they see me, I'm dead. You see that? It absolute way of fire. I like to call that the flamethrower. Oh no. I'm sure you can see why. Now, here is another useful tip. There's a reason why I came up with this right now. This world has become absolute destruction. Alright, so. I'm gonna run a bit further so I do not get absolutely destroyed by blazes. Shovel. Now, I just need to get back. Don't tell me. A snow golem. I was gonna mention that one thing that snowballs are really effective for is killing blazes. Now it's not the time, skeleton. Dude, I have an idea. If I can get the blaze to hit the skeleton, that'll make it fight on it. Well, you're better than fighting a horde of blazes. This is like nothing compared to the flamethrower. No, 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 please. No, no, no. Strays. Oh. I don't think you realize you're supposed to be shooting me, not the innocent bunny. Well, I have to heal, I guess. Ah, stray. Strays give you slowness. Also, if you hit a creeper, if you light a creeper with flint and steel, it'll actually explode. I expected that. Ow, 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 ow. The thing is, the blazes don't... Gotcha, skeleton. Another thing is, I'm pretty sure the blazes only really deal fire damage. Nope, nope, I've been lied to. They deal tons of regular damage. I don't think I can fight them. As you can see, this is a pretty good way to protect a base, but sadly it does not work in survival. I wish I got some arrows and a bow from this. Skeletons, but I did not. And if my snow golem was not hit by the fireballs, I would have still been able to get in the snow. Like around the snow. I guess it's just sort of like where you pat on the snow. Did I just... Fun fact, blazes will die in the rain. Well, yeah, you manage to get a blaze to the overworld, then just wait for it to rain and then they'll all be defeated. Also, I'm sure you've seen this occurrence before. Spawn. I love when you spawn eggs, it makes it a lot easier to spawn what you want to. Where's my blazes? Where are blazes? I do not see blazes. Lights. So. Right out of they're probably so. / weather. The thing is that neither of them like rain. It's a snow biome, but when it rains, they'll all teleport around. And the blazes will start getting damaged.